losing it all teaches you that it's not over. You know, the players in the streets used to tell me it ain't about to come up, it's about to come back. That's where you find character. I mean, look at me, I'm Ice-T. I come out of South Central Los Angeles. You know, I'm an orphan, I was in the streets. But you gotta have a winning instinct and a winning want and a drive. I got hundreds of friends that came from the same place as me, but they don't hustle like me. They just don't hustle like me. Mario Andretti's the OG. When you say OG nowadays, you mean the original. Mario Andretti, that's the name. You know, I'm good friends with Lewis Hamilton, you know, and Lewis Hamilton is the man, you know what I'm saying? 5-time world champion, but he still understands who Mario Andretti is.
I'm saying something. Wait a minute. Okay, my dear tourist, I'm the official guide right now, and I'm gonna take you for the path on the walls in Montana, where you'll be able to see my house. This is called La Loza. This is where all the problems of the world were always solved. My grandfather, actually, he was the leader for that. He was a perpetual voice. That's what he was called, La Voce Perpetua. Interesting. Right here was a very popular watering hole, and it belonged to my uncle, Uncle Piero. This was a great bakery. The smell of fresh bread every morning to die for. Right here.
Ladies act like gems. Sit down. Indian styles recite these hymns. See, lyrically, I'm Mario Andretti on the Momo. Ludacrisly speedy or infectious with the slow-mo. Heard me in the
We are at the starting line of my very first racetrack. This is where it all began. You had to just get a nice apex going in and negotiate. No brakes, so whatever speed was here was here. Man, do I remember this. 200-300 miles an hour, right around here. I thought Indy was easy compared to this. And we used to come right down here, and of course, we had no brakes, so this was our braking point, you know, just going up the hill. And we collect a couple little old ladies now and then. We were always out of control, right from the beginning to the end. And I always say, if everything seems under control, you're not going fast enough. So there you go.
Suddenly, there was a crash. It looked like real disaster for Mario Andretti. Well, here it is again, Roger. Into the wall, the nose flew off completely, wheels off.
And you can see Mario jumping out almost before the car is stopped and running to the wall. A miracle that he could walk away from such a fantastic accident.
Here was Mario's reaction.
I feel fine, ready to go with the other car.
After my crash at Indy, just 2 days before qualifying, 1969, I had some burns on my face, and the traditional photo of the front row, I asked my twin brother Aldo to sit in for me because I had, you know, my face was really pretty bad looking. And he did, and nobody asked a question. I think Indianapolis in a gift shop, they're still selling this photo. This is the entrance poorhouse. I mean, obviously, you can tell it's being neglected. I need some work, but this is where Aldo, Anna Maria, and myself were born here in this house. Pronto. My dad used to administer seven farms. It was a total of 2,100 acres. And, you know, that was his job. And even from a young age, farming was not something that really turned me on, quite honestly. My brother and I we wanted a bicycle. Our birthday was coming up. And my dad didn't totally understand, you know, what our wishes were. And he thought that they really present a surprise for us. And Aldo and I never had two of anything, you know, as twins, we always had to share something. And so he gave us a horse. And he called it, had a beautiful horse, you know, it had a white, like a star on the forehead. He called it Stella. And I was never so disappointed in my life. You know, I wanted a bicycle. And so he got us the horse, and the horse became his, you know. So there it was. So we didn't really mesh with my dad's wishes, quite honestly. Come on in. This was a cistern. This is where we didn't have running water. Things have changed somewhat, but it was really manicured here. It was beautiful. It does need some work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My grandparents had a beautiful little restaurant, and every Sunday, you know, we always to gather there, beautiful flowers, and everybody would sing and try to just have a good time. And you know, because we're talking about during the war. You know, the war was you know, already started when I was born, really. And the first part of my life, you know, until 1945, we knew of nothing but war. Can you imagine leaving your home, leaving everything that you worked for your entire life, and something that you felt that your future was solid? All of a sudden you had to give it all up. I mean, that's traumatic under any circumstance. So here we are. It's a beautiful view, isn't it? See that, all that road there? That was still gravel road. That was not paved. All these roads that you would see were not paved when we left, by the time we left. I remember clearly the day we left. Each family was allotted a truck, and you could load everything that you could to that truck. And that's it. And then as kids, we had no idea where we were going, but we were leaving forever. For us, it was, okay, bye-bye, you know, like we'll never see this place again. Kids, I think, love adventure, and my sister was really a good one about that, you know. She was very creative, and she was one who would say, oh, wait till you see what we'll see. We go, yes, there we go, this and that. And then we wound up in a refugee camp. I said, well, that's great. They were just interesting times, that's all I can say. This is for a championship for Marco. And this is for an Indy win for Marco. I'll get one more.
My heart beats boom, boom, boom. Indy is a spectacle unlike anything else. 33 maniacs, 220 plus miles an hour, and then the biggest crowd on earth. The energy is so impressive.
The sound of hundreds of thousands of people kissing the bricks, drinking the milk. Feels like you're in a dream.
If you win, it's going to change your lives forever.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.